Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on this online roadshow. We're going to begin by asking everyone to just share your name, the name of your company, and where you are joining us from in the world. It's nice to get a sense of where everybody's joining us from. Also, to make sure that we're all in the same place or the right place, today's webinar is about how to maximize your engagement with Odoo services. And while we wait for anyone else to join us, I'll just go over a quick run through of our agenda today. I'm going to start with a brief introduction about myself and my role here at Odoo, and then we'll review a number of Odoo services that are available to all of our Odoo partners. We'll start with the Odoo certification and the technical training courses. Both of these are designed to increase your functional knowledge and your technical knowledge of the Odoo software. We're also going to talk about the partner success packs and the developers on demand. Both of these services are designed to help you deliver your projects to your clients. And then we're going to finish up today with a discussion about some marketing efforts to increase your visibility around the world. If you do have any questions throughout the webinar today, feel free to write those in the chat. We will have some time at the end of the presentation to go over those questions. To give you a brief introduction about myself, my name is Matt Osgood. I'm one of our channel account managers here at Odoo Inc. You've got my email address and my phone number here, just in case you'd like to reach out after today's presentation. But I meet a lot of our partners at the beginning of their journey with Odoo. And some of them actually have been with Odoo for more than 5 years. What I've noticed, though, in my time at Odoo is that there are some best practices that I've picked up from my most successful partners. And I'm really excited to share those best practices with all of you guys today. The first one in anybody's journey in the Odoo partner process is beginning to build trust with any potential clients as you attract new clientele. One of the best ways to do this, and the first step, is to get yourself certified in the Odoo software itself. Just like any industry, whether you are a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, there is usually a certification process before you can begin providing your services and starting up a practice. So similarly with the Odoo software, we expect everybody to become certified at some point in the software itself, and that's why we created the Odoo certification. We know that as you get certified, your perceived value in the marketplace is going to go up. We also know that clientele will begin to trust you more inherently when they see in your email address or in your email signature, or when they see on your website that you are Odoo certified. When these two things happen, you're also going to notice that the rate you attract new clients and the rate that you actually close sales is going to increase. So the whole effort here is that the perceived value of your company in the industry will go up. Clientele is going to trust you a lot more inherently, and that's going to bring in a lot more sales. You're also going to see these three concepts show up throughout the presentation today. We will come back to them in different ways, but just be sure that you're aware that these are really important in really beefing up your own team, getting yourselves out into the world as Odoo partners, and getting Odoo into the hands of more companies. There are some partner requirements, so I'll go over those real briefly. If you are a gold partner, you need to keep at least 3 staff members certified at any given time. If you're a silver partner, you need to have 2 staff members certified at any given time. For ready partners, you only need 1 staff member certified. And even though there aren't any requirements currently for learning partners, we do encourage everyone to get certified in Odoo software within the first couple of months after becoming a partner. And this is really important because it can have some consequences if you're not certified. I had an experience last summer. I was working with a partner, and we were about to prepare some demos and hopefully attract a new client to their business. And just like any client, they went around and started shopping for other Odoo partners just to make sure that they were choosing the right one. And eventually they came upon a certified Odoo partner's website. And all of the email certifications or all the email signatures, it was showing up that they were certified. And unfortunately, my partner was not yet certified, so he could not claim certification. And we eventually lost that sale to another Odoo partner. And that's important just because Although it's not the best success story, it is really important to be certified because it is going to build some of that inherent trust with your clientele over time. I will also remind you that the exam is challenging, and this is on purpose because Odoo wants to know that you do know the material and that you are able to do the things you say you can do and that you know our product inside and outside. Even though it's challenging, the practice exam is free and you can take it as many times as you want before you take the official exam itself. The practice exam is available on our e-learning website, along with all of the functional training videos that you should watch ahead of taking the exam to cover all of the features. The exam is also going to cover our hosting options as well as our implementation methodology. So be sure that you are watching all of those functional training videos, looking into the Odoo documentation for additional details about the hosting setup and the implementation methodology. I'll also remind you that Odoo only supports the latest 3 versions of our software. So similarly with the certification exam, we only support the latest 3 versions of the exam itself. What does that mean? If you're looking for the version 11 exam, we no longer offer it. So be sure that you get certified in the current version before we stop supporting it. You can also essentially get certified every single year when we roll out a new major version. We are preparing to roll out version 16 this October, so there is an opportunity a couple months after we release the new version to get yourself certified in that latest version. You can be certified in multiple versions, and that's only going to continue to show your clients that you know what you're talking about with each and every version of Odoo software. Once you've got all of the functional knowledge under your belt, it's time to look a little bit deeper into the technical side of Odoo's source code. And we encourage everyone to attend a technical training course that we offer from Odoo. This will allow you to take a look under the hood of Odoo source code, get a little bit deeper into the nature of how things are running just with all of the out-of-the-box features. And this is also going to start giving you more knowledge into how to develop on top of that code. So what are they? It's going to be a 10-day course. We offer these every other month. So 1 month will be in English, the next month will be in Spanish, and then we alternate every other month. The next one coming up in English is going to be on October 10th. So we do encourage everyone to sign up if you plan on attending the next technical training course. Sign up soon because we also know that this is a popular course and offering from Odoo, and they do tend to sell out. Just one reminder, we do recommend that participants have that basic functional knowledge of Odoo software. So if you are certified, you have everything that you need to get into the technical training and take the next step further. What does it look like with this course? It's going to be a combination of individual work time. So there will be some videos to watch, about 10 hours total over the course, as well as individual personal exercises to complete. And there's about 20 hours of those exercises. There will also be daily knowledge sessions held over video conference call where you can come to present those exercise solutions, find the solutions if you weren't able to uncover them during your work. But you can also come with questions and other technical ideas that you may have. So if you want to get further into creating security items, creating custom menus and reports and list views, or even creating a localization for tax purposes or payroll, you can come to our technical course with those questions and get some support and advice on how to develop those pieces. And you could even walk away with something that is sellable. So I'll give you an example. Last November, I had a partner attend our technical training course. They came in with an idea of a third-party app that they wanted to sell on the Odoo App Store that would connect Odoo databases with a new payment acquirer that was not out of the box from Odoo. They weren't quite sure how to develop this application. They knew kind of the pieces that they wanted to put together, but in those daily knowledge sessions and even during their personal exercise work, they were able to do a lot of what it takes to write the code for this application. By the end of the course, they were almost finished with the application, so they ended up getting it published in February of this year. Already, they've seen 5 sales with this payment acquirer third-party app. So they're already starting to see some revenue based on coming to that technical training course and getting the kind of advice and suggestions that they needed to make that app. So you can actually turn this into a money-making system for your company. Now that we've talked a little bit about the functional training and the technical training, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about some of the Odoo services that can help you deliver your projects. The first one we're going to cover right now is the Partner Success Pack. So what is a Success Pack? It's essentially a group of hours that are parked with our consulting team. They're not tied to a single project, so you can use those hours across multiple implementations, multiple projects that you're working on. Just a reminder that the hours do expire after 1 year, so be sure that you're using that time wisely and making sure that you use it all up before they expire at the end of that year. Our Partner Success Packs can cover a lot of different phases in your implementation. So whether you're a gold partner, a silver partner, ready, or a learning partner, there is a point in time when our Partner Success Packs can support your team. We can even begin at the pre-sales phase of the process. So our pre-sales analysts can come in and help you guys answer questions on an RFI, a request for proposals, or maybe a request for quotations. They can also help you with a gap analysis or a return on investment type of analysis. We can help you prepare your point of contact at your client to become their local Odoo expert and begin to present out to the rest of their team. And we can also support some really complex demos if you need to present them. So if you do need to go into debug mode and show off a little bit more of our source code in action, our team can help you present some of those real complex demos. Moving along in the implementation process and into the actual implementation itself as you begin to go live, we can provide some business analyst experts to help do peer reviews, to help perform real challenging or complex analyses, things like process improvement with Lean or Agile or Six Sigma. We can also define any implementation strategies alongside your team in any given industry, in any particular Odoo application itself, or any area of expertise. So this is a great way to build your staff's knowledge, especially if you are taking on a project for the first time in a new industry, or if it's an implementation with some Odoo applications that you're unfamiliar with. We can really provide support there to increase your team's understanding. Getting a little bit further into the implementation itself, we can continue to provide support through project leadership and management. So we can monitor the project, make sure things are happening and being delivered on time. We can also apply and teach the Odoo implementation methodology, which is a great way to make sure that you are delivering things within budget and keeping things aligned. So we can even do a review, some analysis with your business analyst team, just assuring that everything is in alignment between what you want to do, what you want to deliver, and when people want to go live. And the last thing I'll mention is some technical consulting is available through our Partner Success Packs. So you can get a bit of advice around the technical nature of our open source code. You can also get some coaching on how to create new developments within the code. I will remind you that the consultants won't be the ones writing the code for you, but they will be able to lend advice, provide suggestions and recommendations on exactly what you need to do to get your code written. I do have a couple of partners right now utilizing our success packs for different reasons. One of them definitely needed to reach out to our team to help with a gap analysis. It was very clear that the company we were working with had not yet completed a full and deep gap analysis or a return on investment analysis. So our team jumped in and supported the partner to help them with that. I have another partner that essentially just needed our support on the random questions that come up throughout the implementation, some challenges that they might run into throughout the way, or like we all know, sometimes the scope expands a little bit while you're implementing. So as those questions come up or additional requirements may come up, that ad hoc support has been really helpful for one of my partners. If you do need anybody to support the actual writing of custom code that you'd like to develop, we do also offer a service for that. So you can hire the Odoo developers to write custom code for you. Why would you want to do that? Well, it's a way to help scale your team really quickly. It'll even help you take on essentially some projects that maybe you wouldn't normally be capable of taking on. You're going to be getting in touch and getting access to Odoo's developers, and you can really leverage our experience managing large and complex projects. One example is the Odoo Inc. database itself. So Odoo is a multinational, multi-currency kind of company, and we have a large, complex accounting system, large, complex sales process, different price lists for different regions of the world. Our own database is a very complex project. So you are going to be tapping into the kind of trained team that's been developing our own software that we use every day. They're also going to be able to help keep your developments under control, delivered on time, and within budget. What we're going to do is provide an introductory meeting right at the very beginning, just to define and estimate the scope of your development project. We will then provide you with an estimate of the cost, just based on the number of hours for the development staff, as well as the project management staff. And this will be broken into front-end hours and back-end hours for the project. Once that estimate is confirmed, we'll then provide the platform and the methodologies for writing this custom code for your team. We're going to be collaborating with you very frequently on any specifications and requirements that you have, ensuring essentially that the commands that we develop are actually running the actions that you are hoping for. We can even run automated tests to make sure that it is integrated fully with the other Odoo software and other Odoo applications. And lastly, it's going to help you deploy these developments quickly and easily into production with your clients. We can help you create new modules. We can help you create new features in existing applications. Again, we'll run those automated tests to make sure everything runs smoothly. We can make sure everything is mobile friendly. We can do some data importing for your team. And we can even create some website widgets after we create new modules. There's our developer plugging away, hard at work, creating all the new developments for your team. And lastly, this is a great way to build revenue and make more profit for your team. Essentially, you are extending your team's ability to create developments by outsourcing to the Odoo developer team. You're going to pay Odoo developers as you go on a monthly basis. We'll provide you with an invoice for the hours that were performed that previous month by the developers and the project managers. What you can do is turn around and bill your clients for these services and for these development hours as a part of your own implementation services. So definitely think about this as a way to outsource some of your development projects to the Odoo developer team while you are maintaining and managing the remainder of the implementation itself. This is a great way to increase some revenue for your team. And I do have a partner that started engaging with our developers back in February. He's working with a client that requires HIPAA compliance. So as he's writing a new module, he needs to make sure that all of the data is encrypted and that any data that gets transferred is done in a secure way, which was just a little bit beyond what his team was able to do. So he began to work with our developer team. We quickly, of course, said, yes, we can take on this project. And over the span, based on our estimates, it's going to cost him about $60,000 of services from Odoo to create and finish this development project. But I know that he's making over $100,000 in profit just on this one project alone. So it can be a great way to expand your team's capabilities. You can take on projects essentially that you may not have been able to do before and bring them into the scope of what you can do. But now that we've talked about all of the services that can enhance your knowledge, both functionally and technically, as well as the services that can help you deliver your projects for your clients, let's spend a little bit of time talking about some marketing efforts that are going to help increase the visibility in the world. We do want to help you spread the word about the great work that you are doing. A couple of ways that you can do this alongside the Odoo marketing team is to write and publish a couple of types of stories. One of them is a customer success story. The other one is a partner success story. So with the customer success stories, you can really highlight your expertise in a given industry, maybe for healthcare or medical supplies. You can also highlight your expertise helping companies who are in high-end retail or outdoor gear, helping them get off of legacy systems that are really clunky and don't work very well, things that aren't integrated at all, and into a much more beautiful system with the Odoo software. Same thing with the partner success stories. You're able to really highlight your journey with Odoo, highlight the reasons why it is a success for your team, highlight the times when the partnership has really meant a lot to your company and helping your business grow. We're going to have these stories published on our website, and it's a great way for future clients to continue seeing your company's name, seeing your logo, and seeing you guys referenced time and time again on our website. It's another way to build trust and increase that perceived value with your clients. We do also want to encourage you to stay active in the Odoo community, both online and in person. So we are now doing in-person roadshows again in the United States and in Latin America. If you do see a roadshow in your local area, please come attend. They are free. There is no cost to come to a roadshow, and you are able to meet Odoo staff on the ground, meet other Odoo partners, but more importantly, you're able to meet potential clients at a roadshow. We also encourage everyone to develop online webinars. Make a video, make a 30 to 45 minute presentation, and put it out there into the world on YouTube Live. We also want you to think about being an active content creator. So we know you may not be a social media influencer, but we want you to think like one. We want you to keep organizing, creating new posts, making sure that things are running in a frequent way so that people continue to see your logo pop up again and again and again. Especially in the United States market, it is incredibly important for brand name recognition. So the more times you can get your logo out there, the more times you can highlight your team's services, get them out into your social media accounts or put them onto a YouTube channel. It's incredibly important to build that content. The last thing you can do here is come to the Odoo experience. We are doing this in person again this year in Brussels, Belgium, from October 12th to the 14th. Get your tickets today and come see us in Belgium. It's another way to meet Odoo staff on the ground, meet other Odoo partners, and potentially meet Odoo clients. I will also mention a brief bit about your partner reference page. This is the page that clients are going to see when they're on our website looking for a good partner to go with. So we want to make sure that everything is up to date and organized on your partner references page. Go in there, make sure that we have a good description of your company and the types of services and industries that you work with. We want you to make sure that your client references are all there and present. If anybody is missing, reach out to your account manager. We'll make sure everything shows up the way that it should. Also add links to your website, to your YouTube account, to your social media accounts. Again, keep directing people to the places where you are producing content and media. Also reach out to your account manager. We sometimes have some best practices. We work with a lot of different partners from the gold level all the way to the learning level. And we have some great examples of really powerful partner reference pages. So we can make some great recommendations on how to update, how to improve, and how to make it look better. The effort here is really to get your online presence away from looking something like the 1990s and into something more like the digital age. One thing more that I'll mention is your account manager. We are here to help. So be frequent in reaching out to your account managers. Plan at least a monthly meeting with them so that everybody's aware of the projects that you're working on and the strategies that you want to put into place for the next upcoming month. We can help review any content you are planning to put out in the world. We can provide feedback, suggestions, give you some information to use or include in your content. We could even duplicate your posts on our social media accounts to reach a wider network. We can help you develop marketing strategies, get those monthly or those bi-weekly posts scheduled and organized, get kind of a theme or a storyline running for your marketing strategies. We can also co-lead presentations. So if you need some support in doing a demo or showing off Odoo software, we're always happy to help co-lead those presentations. So all you got to do is pick up the phone and call, send us a text, or write us an email. We're always here to help. So what kind of investment are we talking about with these Odoo services? They are going to be different prices for different regions of the world. So connect with your account manager for the right price list in your region. But today, just to give a recap, we've gone over the Odoo certification exam, the technical training courses, the partner success packs, and the developers on demand. Those are all services that are going to help build your functional and technical knowledge of Odoo, as well as help you deliver your projects with your clients. And then we finished up with a few marketing efforts to really help increase the visibility in the world. And really, I'll just finish up by saying the more you engage with these Odoo services, the more you're going to see a return on those investments. The more you'll see your sales grow, the more you'll see your partnership grow with Odoo, and the more that you're going to see your own team's ability to make good developments quickly, provide great services, build trust with new clients, attract new clients, and ultimately make more money. So if you are interested in any or all of these services, feel free to reach out to your account manager at Odoo. Again, we're always happy to help. But I want to thank everybody again for joining us today. Let's keep in touch. Again, you've got my email address and my phone number. So just in case you do have any questions after the presentations, you can reach out to me. Also, if you're not a partner yet, feel free to reach out. I can get you in contact with our partnership recruitment team, and we'll get the process started and the ball rolling on your journey to becoming an Odoo partner. But thank you, everybody, again. I think we do have some time for some questions. So I'm going to switch over and take a look at any of the questions that came in through the chat. It looks like we've got one question. Is there a full-length practice exam that Odoo provides? Unfortunately, no. Our practice exam is a bit of a shortened version of the full exam itself, but it is still covering a number of those aspects. So it will still cover some of the features of Odoo applications, some of the hosting options, and a little bit about the implementation methodology. The cost of the Odoo developers to do custom applications, for the developer hours, it's $120 per day. And for the project managers, it's $200 per day, US. We know that in a lot of cases, those kind of consulting fees in the US can be $120 per hour. So it is a great cost-saving strategy if you are working with the Odoo developers, because you're only paying $120 per day for the development services. Oh, thank you, guys. Great. Well, I think that's it for our questions. But if you do have any additional ones, feel free to reach out, send me an email, give me a phone call. But thank you, everybody. Have a great afternoon.